Hey guys, so we're back for another market update. And while I'm making this video, last night we saw the Nasdaq hit another all-time high. I posted a video about that yesterday to see the context on why the U.S. markets are up in spite of what's happening in the economy. So at that time, no, if I remember it properly, we saw the Nasdaq hit an all-time high, retrace intraday, then it closed lower from the all-time high. But yesterday, it closed for the very first time in its entire history above the 10,000 mark, and it shows already how detached Wall Street is, or the stock market is, to the real economy based on what's happening. But for this video, we're gonna focus on the Philippine markets. We're gonna focus on the PSEI. As you all know, tomorrow is a holiday. We have only a 4-day trading week. How things have gone, where is the market, what moved. Then, as you all know, at the end, we're going to talk about technical analysis. We're going to talk about how the market and some select stocks move based on price and volume, and where what the range and the trend is actually saying. So, my name is Marvin Gerbo. I'm a stock market trader and investor. And if you're new to this channel, I'd appreciate it if you can subscribe and smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing, about the stock market, and giving you the right updates so you have information that will help you decide on what you're supposed to do with your investments. Because at the end of the day, it's all about you deciding properly. It's all about you picking, selecting based on the information that you have, the strategy that you've made, and also having the right conviction in terms of deploying that capital. So, what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe, and share this also to a lot of people because we really want to see more and more Filipinos be educated when it comes to investing. So, a couple of things first. The market closed 6476. Value turnover was 6.5 billion. There were days that it was higher than 6.5. This is respectable, at least close to the range where it's not super low, but we've seen days that it was particularly higher. What's interesting today was early morning, intraday, when the markets opened, you saw it dip, then it steadily started to go up intraday, then final few minutes, similar to what's happening most of the time. That's where you see the largest amount of volume. But final few minutes, we saw it spike up for it to close 0.57% in general. Most of the other sub indices in the market were up except for except for the financials counter and the mining and oil counter as well. Today we had locals have more trades. 57% of the trades were mostly locals, but foreigners still sold to the tune of 63 billion pesos. I want to talk about also at some parts of this video. I want to talk about Double Dragon, and I also want to talk about Megaworld because they did their fair share of movements for the day. And if you own those stocks, let me know. Comment below if you plan to sell or you plan to hold. Do you want to hold on to Double Dragon? And as you all know, there's a lot of news connected to Double Dragon because of the very hard IPO. And then Mega World, at least they're almost in the same industry, as property development in general. Then we're going to talk about the index. So I'm going to do more stocks by request over the weekend. Comment the stocks that you guys want me to analyze for all of you. Put them in the comment section, hashtag stocks by request, and then we're going to make videos on top of that. And for those who are asking, stocks by request is not stock picks. It's me analyzing stocks, giving you the right reference and like the right logic for you to be able to analyze stocks. But at the end of the day, you look at the stocks, you research, you analyze, and then you decide on your own. Because the strength of all of this is for you to be able to do things and analyze things on your own. Now, let's go and look at the charts. Oops. There you go. Let's look at the PSEI first. So as you can see, it's quite evident, no, looking at it from a longer, further perspective, that for the PSEI, we have some sort of resistance here that is brewing up, that is evident that this is where the gap down happened. Another gap down. So we had two gap downs in March. One was right here. So please do note that last March, the lockdown pushed the markets lower, but the large drop was around March 19. So this gap down was the one prior to the lockdown. I think this was when we saw more and more cases already start to pop up, not just in the Philippines, but it started to scale up already around the world. So that was the first gap down. And this was the gap down after, please remember, the Philippines or the Philippine Stock Exchange closed their trading for 2 days. Then, at the time when they opened due to the lockdown, uh, that's when we saw the markets drop into intraday to 4,000 peso level. So this is the resistance brought about by that. It has not fulfilled the gap yet. Now, before I continue, there's a lot of questions about, will stocks fulfill the gap? Will stocks that break down and gap down, will it go back to where it was before? Based on my experience, I've seen gaps always fulfilled. It's not a question of will the gap be fulfilled, meaning a gap down, will it go back there? Or a gap up, will it go back to where the gap was? Yes, it will. It's not a question whether the gap will be fulfilled. It's only a question of when. It's only a question of while it has not hit the gap yet, how long will it take before it goes back there? But it always will. The gap always gets fulfilled. The gap always gets hit, regardless of where you are, and regardless of what stocks you're actually analyzing. I'm trying to fix my mic. I don't know if the first 5 minutes of this video was medyo mahina yung audio. Comment below if you felt it was weak. No, yung pala my mic was a bit far from me, so I'm adjusting it so it gets closer to all of you. Anyways, let's continue. So the resistance right now, it's quite evident, is at 6588, and I'm analyzing this as you know, stocks even without using moving average, even without using other indicators such as MACD. I'm a big fan of drawing my own support and resistance. I'm a big fan of using candlesticks because really that allows me to analyze everything in that perspective. So uh, that's where we are right now. One of the reasons why it did not push higher was because of the selling, was because of the resistance from this particular perspective. So now, next areas where it could possibly retrace should selling continue should be here and here, as those were previous resistance levels that the PSEI started to break out from. Now, that being said, the market moved up, but even though it moved up and closed up for the day, its upside during this next resistance is quite low. But the downside right here, this is where the next possible support is. But what I want you to consider and what I want you to watch out for is if it breaks past the current resistance at the 6.5 level. Because if it does, then the possible area for it to go would be around this area, 6,890, or to around 6,900, 6,900 level. So that's where we are. That's the current progression. That's the current resistance for the PSEI. So please do write this down. 6580 resistance. Breakout from that will bring it to 6890, or at least close to 69. Failure to break out of the 68 level will bring it to the 5945 level. So there. I want to talk about also Mega World and Double Dragon because of their movements for the day. This is Mega World. These two stocks, no, as compared to Ayala Corp, Ayala Land, BDO, SM Prime, SN, they don't have that large influence in the index. They're not a heavyweight. As you all know, those five stocks that I've mentioned, they comprise massively 45% of the index, depending on how it's how, how its market cap is at a given point in time. But it's essentially almost like that. Now for Mega World, you can write down the resistance around the 3.45, or if you want to be stricter, it could be around 3.45 to around 3.6 as a resistance. What's interesting though is this entire consolidation level allowed Mega World to build a higher low already, which for those who have attended their stock smart sessions and those who like analyzing stocks from a chart, uh, how do I say this? From a chart pattern perspective, it's trying to form also an ascending triangle brought about by the two lows that got developed from here, end of March, to here also, end of May. So from here to here, it took already more than 2 months of movement for the markets. Similar to the PSEI, the 4 days of it trying to attack the 3.45 resistance level. It's already 4 days that it has unsuccessfully broke past it. and that's it's confirming itself as a solid resistance. What we do have though, from a moving average perspective, is it's trying to hold and stay above the 100-day moving average. So please do write this down. Breakout from 3.45 will possibly bring the stock to 3.91, where there's a resistance level at that area. And then next area for support is around the 3 peso level. So please write this down. 3.45 current resistance. Breakout from the 3.45 level will bring it to 3.9. Failure to break out from the 3.45 level will bring Megaworld back to 3 pesos per share. So it's developing its own counter trend. Uh, if you notice it, there's still a main resistance from the 200-day moving average. But if I'll try to plot this, the breakout from the 3 peso level made it escape already from this downtrend from July 2019. It also let it break out from the 3 peso range, which was the resistance from March all the way to May. So this was a very, very important breakout. I guess what people need to watch out for now is the resistance here, 3.45, and the other one at the 3.9 level for Megaworld. Comment below, guys, if you're learning. Comment if this is something that's helping you. Now, for Double Dragon, we have a breakout with volume, massive volume, larger than the average, larger than the previous days. Breakout from all of the moving averages already. So we are expecting Double Dragon from 20, 50, 100-day and 200-day moving average to be bullish. We already saw it also break out from this 19 peso resistance level. And if you'll allow me to draw, for those who've attended our sessions and know about chart patterns, this is a large rounding bottom also. If you try to measure this 15.85 to 19, so it's probably like a 3 plus peso upside. So if it breaks past the 19 level, you could expect that possible target for this could bring it number one initially here, for the 21 peso level for the short term. And what's so interesting about that is if you see it, the last candlestick kanina, let me zoom in. Intraday already touched our resistance at around 21 peso level. So it's quite evident that people were selling at the 21 level, not just from an intraday perspective, but also because it's close to the resistance at the 21 peso level. As you all know, it's all about support and resistances. As you all know, it's not about us forecasting the markets. It's basically us just looking at it from a support and resistance perspective. And from that support and resistance perspective, you see Double Dragon failing to break out from the 21 peso level. Although today it was strong enough to let it break out from the 200-day moving average and also the 19 peso resistance level. So that's where we are right now. I hope you guys you're learning from this. We talked about the markets where it is in the range. We also talked about Megaworld and Double Dragon. So this video is coming out 7:30. We have another video, Pag-ibig MP2, coming out at 8 o'clock. Then hopefully we have another video coming an hour after that. So send in your questions, send in your comments, send in the things that you guys want to learn. And we're just going to make a ton of videos for everything that you guys want to learn as well. And I had an interview with Ayala CFO, TG Limcauco. It's in the videos below. Then we have other videos talking about the condition of the market. So appreciate it if you want to learn more, just go through the other videos that we have. It's all in the video section. And if this is something that's helping you, one way of helping this to be seen to more Filipinos is by clicking the like button, the thumbs up button, as it shows this video to more and more Filipinos. And if you guys have any other questions, put them below. Put Ask Marvin, so I know it's a question that you want me to make a video for. Or if you guys have other stocks that you guys want me to analyze, put them also in the comment section below, and we're gonna make videos for the stocks that you place there. And that's it. Stock Smarts Manila, June 20, SMX. We're gonna push through with it based on the GCQ guidelines. Then I have 5 books. Link is in the description below. You can grab a copy via Shopee. Then 2 online courses with Chinkee Tan and Sean Si. Make Money, Grow Money. It's a English course on the basics of business and investing, and also investing in the stock market. Then we also have Chinkee Tan, where we have another Tagalog course talking about the basics of the market. So that's it for now. I hope this is something that added value to you. I hope this is something that gave you as much content as possible, because uh, the goal of all of this is just to give you information so you can decide properly. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo. To all those having going out this weekend because it's GCQ, I hope that you guys Still protect yourself. The virus is still there. It's still not yet safe. Uh, be responsible as you go out. Enjoy this long weekend. I don't know if people are really gonna go out, but yeah, enjoy and spend time with people that you want to spend time with. And yun, para sa mga walang love life, okay lang. May pag-asa, lilipas din yan. Magkaka-love life din kayo. Pero habang wala pa, huwag muna gumastos, ipon muna para sa kinabukasan. So that's it for now. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.